911 operator, I don't know what he's capable of. And those words struck me, Shellie.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's capable of. They're inflammatory words, considering your husband was just acquitted on murder charges. Were they used intentionally to raise questions, to raise doubts about not only his behavior during this altercation, but perhaps his behavior on the night that Trayvon Martin was shot?
No, they weren't intentional. I really don't know what he's capable of. This person that I'm married to, that I'm divorcing, I've kind of realized now that I don't know him. And I really don't know what he's capable of. I saw a look in his eyes that I've never seen before that day.
If you don't know what he's capable of, you say he threatened you with a gun, you say he punched your father in the nose, why didn't you press charges?
In hindsight, I should have, and I really regret that. But I'm on probation, and the officers made it very clear that day that if I pressed charges, we were all going to go to jail, and I would have been the only one to stay there.
You're on probation. I want to bring up two dynamics here. You're in a divorce. You're going through a divorce. My experience over the years tells me that when emotions run high, there are three stories. There's his story, her story, and the truth, which is somewhere in the middle. But you also pled guilty to perjury charges based on something you said during a bail hearing for George Zimmerman that was clearly untrue. You got caught in a lie. Do you have credibility issues as you sit here this morning?
I think I do have credibility issues, and I own that. And I'm a grown woman, and I made a mistake, and I own that. But the truth is the truth, and I want to always, forevermore, tell the truth, and that's why I'm here.
You stood by him through this entire trial. You cried when he was acquitted. I would imagine those were tears of joy.
They were.
And then a short time later, you filed for divorce. Are you telling me he's changed that dramatically since the trial? That's
yes.
forced you to do that?
Yes, he has.
In what way?
He just kind of treated me like I was disposable.
You mean after standing by him?
Yes. After standing by him, he kind of left and I guess kind of went on a victory tour without me. And I thought that I was living a life with him and that we were going to kind of rebuild after all of this, and he had other plans for me.
Through all of this, with all you're now going through, and I mean with the divorce and this altercation, has it changed your perspective at all on what he's told you happened the night that Trayvon Martin was shot and killed? Do you still believe the story that we have all heard from him?
I'm conflicted on that. I believe the evidence, but this revelation in my life has really helped me to take the blinders off and start to see things
Wait, let me make sure I understand. So you now doubt his innocence, at least the fact that he was at self-defense on the night that Trayvon Martin was killed?
I think anyone would doubt that innocence because I don't know the person that I've been married to.
That's a dramatic change. I mean, you didn't seem to doubt his innocence during the entire trial. You stood right there by his side. You went into hiding with him. You faced death threats with him. You lied under oath for him. And now you're saying you have doubts?
I have doubts. But I also believe the evidence.
One of the jurors in this case, I think it was juror B29, said George Zimmerman got away with murder, but you can't get away from God. In your opinion, did the justice system work here?
I think so. I respect the jury's decision. They saw more evidence than I've seen.
And can you look me in the eye and tell me that you don't believe your husband profiled Trayvon Martin?
Yes, he did not profile Trayvon Martin.
So had Trayvon Martin been white, you think the night would have ended in the same tragic fashion?
Yes, I do.
Where do you go from here, Shellie?
Just focusing on myself.